is the best food in all of Portugal found in Porto. We'll be speaking with the renowned Porto food expert Ricardo Brochado, the same man who once guided the late Anthony Bourdain to the city's culinary delights. If you're interested in exploring Porto's food scene, I highly recommend Ricardo's company, Taste Porto. You can book a tour today by clicking on the link in the description below. We have to ask you about the Anthony Bourdain episode. Now that there's this like show-stopping moment in the middle of that episode where he asks you why Portuguese cuisine like hasn't become more popular in the world, right?
Yeah.
And your answer was what?
It's your fault.
It's your fault. This is some guy named Dave in Portugal, and I've been living here for almost 4 years now. Today, we're diving into the dishes you absolutely can't miss and exploring why Anthony Bourdain believed the fresh Atlantic waters here produce some of the best seafood on the planet. If you'd like to see every location we visited and much more, be sure to follow me on Instagram at Dave in Portugal. This is some guy named Dave in Portugal, and this is the best food in Porto, carago. Vamos lá. Got it?
Hello. How are you doing?
How are you doing? Great
I'm
to
fine.
meet you.
And you?
Pleasure. I'm doing pretty good.
Yeah?
How about yourself?
Ready to eat?
I'm ready.
Okay, so for you guys to understand a little bit what's going on here, this is a market that's sitting here with this design since 1916. Then it suffered a lot of interventions, and then we got to the point when it was falling apart. So the city decided to renovate it completely. So suffered a period of 3 years of renovation. And this is a very dysfunctional family. Just for you to know, there's some weird things that can happen here, mostly because the vendors are working together generation after generation after generation. They tend to marry each other, so that can be a problem. Cousins with cousins is never a good result. So to start the hostilities, we're going to start with a wine from Bairrada.
Wine and cheese at 11 a.m. Living the life.
Yeah, it's 12 o'clock somewhere, right? We just smell. Yeah, it's perfect. No, you shouldn't. Honestly, don't trust me so much. First things first, and also, so you know already. Yeah, like is better now.
Very nice.
So, sheep's milk coming from Serra da Estrela. It's our Christmas cheese. This is the Formula 1 of cheese in Portugal.
Look at that. It's just so creamy. Oh man, that first thing in the morning, ladies and gentlemen, means my day is gonna be real good.
Cheese only exists because of one thing, lack of refrigeration. So imagine you have a cow that produces milk. If you don't drink the milk today, tomorrow is going to be spoiled. So some 8,000 years ago, someone decided to do one thing. By putting the milk inside of a goat's stomach, that would transform into a different thing, into cheese. Portugal is very different from other countries because most of the cheese that we know in the world, they use this animal coagulant, this enzyme that you have in the stomach of ruminants. And Portugal has a tweak. We actually use the flower from the family of cacti, that when you add it to the milk, it's going to promote coagulation. This is going to bring very interesting things to the cheese, different flavors. Some of them are especially the most famous cheese of Portugal. Well, for me, the two most famous cheese of Portugal, Queijo da Serra, that is this one, the ultra soft cheese that we have, and it smells like socks, like Bourdain said, or azeitão. And again, speaking about Bourdain, this was his favorite cheese. When he tasted the cheese with us, this one was the one that he said, this is one of the most unbelievable cheeses I ever had.
A lot of what I do traces back to Anthony Bourdain. Reading his book Kitchen Confidential and watching No Reservations left a lasting mark on me. It sparked the drive to see the world and shaped so much how I move through it. So this episode is, in part, a nod to that influence and a dedication to one of the greatest to ever do it. The late, legendary Tony Bourdain.
When Bourdain was here, it was actually in the old setting. Still, everything was falling apart, and it was mythical. Today is still mythical because we kept the people. I love to be here.
Before we dive back in, a quick shout out to today's sponsor, NordVPN, for making this video possible and helping keep my channel alive. Traveling or even just browsing from home can leave your online activity exposed to all sorts of unwanted attention. Every booking, every scroll, every coffee shop Wi-Fi connection can open the door to trackers, hackers, and phishing scams. NordVPN isn't just about changing your location online. It's like carrying a personal security guard for your digital life. Their Threat Protection Pro feature goes beyond hiding your IP address. It blocks trackers, scans files you download from malware, and stops shady sites before they have a chance to cause trouble. And here's the best bit. It works even when you're not actively connected to the VPN. So whether I'm uploading a video from a Lisbon cafe, streaming my favorite shows in Porto, or just checking emails from home, I know my data is staying mine. Right now, NordVPN's giving you 4 extra months free when you grab a 2-year plan at nordvpn.com/DavePortugal. Plus, there's a 30-day money-back guarantee, so it's totally risk-free. Stay safe online, enjoy your travels thanks to NordVPN. Now let's get back to the episode. To taste the freshest fish in Porto, you have to come straight to the source. This is Matosinhos, where every morning, fishermen unload their catch, filling the vans that supply the city. Here, in the streets lined with small, cozy restaurants called tasquinhas, the fish is salted, grilled, and served within hours coming out of the water. Sardines, sea bass, horse mackerel, octopus, simple, local, absolutely unforgettable. But the real treasure never travels far.
O peixe vem de Matosinhos, vem em transporte, temos cais para carga e descarga em baixo. O meu nome é Albina Ferreira, mas aqui no Bolhão é Bininha. Olha, meu amor, trabalho desde os 10 anos, mas fui criada aqui no Bolhão Antigo. No Bolhão Antigo. Portanto, eu já fiz 74, faça a conta.
Eu sou o André Fernandes, sou amolador aqui no Bolhão, já sou a 3ª geração. Isto começou precisamente pelo meu avô, que está ali na imagem, o meu avô, o meu pai, e agora estou cá eu a exercer a profissão de ser o amolador.
Não é difícil, quer dizer, não é fácil, porque estamos todo dia aqui a aturar clientes, a atender o público, a trabalhar, a limpar, a lavar. Portanto, ao fim do dia é desgastante. Eu entro às 6 da manhã para aqui e não saio daqui era 9 horas da noite.
So, over here, we have a thing that is a delicacy in Portugal, and it was about to go extinct. In the south of Spain, in the south of Portugal, they produce this. This is made with tuna. So, they get tuna, and then they are going to dry it. It's like almost like beef jerky meets tuna. And it's really interesting how the flavors are going to develop in a very different way. It's called mushama. So,
Oh my goodness.
You gotta come in and grab some.
yeah. Have you tried it?
No.
But you need to,
Okay, I will.
or else you're fired.
I'm gonna let you, yeah, you're fired if you don't try this.
Hold on, give me the can fold. We're gonna.
I'll get you a napkin.
I'm good, man. Look at that. Ooh. Can I get another one?
Yeah, of course.
It's that good. Never tasted anything like that. Never.
This is like Michelin star beef jerky with tuna. It's ridiculous.
So these are razor clams, and it goes very well with vinho verde. That's what we're having now.
Okay.
Always choose this one because it's going to match the 3 different flavors that we have here.
That's amazing.
And then of course your liquor finish.
The razor clams is something very traditional here, but normally the people doesn't know. But yeah, they are one of the most traditional things also in the seafood, I can say you.
Over here we have sardines. Sardines have when we put it in cans, we have to choose them specifically. If you want the really, really good sardines, you have to get them in late September, October. but well, use your fingers if you need.
Thing at once?
Yeah,
Cheers.
let's not be barbarians. So a few years ago, I'm not promoting these guys,
Yeah.
but they are doing a really good job. A few years ago, they decided to do a vintage. So like you have a vintage in Porto, they decided to do a vintage. And what they do is they put the sardines for 2 years in a maturation chamber, and then they put it inside of the cans. When you eat it, because like your brain starts frying and short-circuiting because it doesn't understand what it is. Because it's not meat, it's not fish, it's something else. And actually there's a limited production of them, of all of them. This is 956 of 4,000. I have the first edition, I have the second edition, I'm going to have this one too. And the first one was 2,000 cans. I can tell you I ate like 4 or 5 of those cans already, and I still have one. My girlfriend is always saying, why don't we eat this? I want to wait a little bit more. Wait until you see the meat that we're going to bring to the table.
With that.
Okay.
Olá, bom dia. Posso filmar, não posso?
I don't want to kill you today,
It's gonna happen.
but it's probably going to happen in the future.
I've trained for this. I've been training for this all
Okay.
week.
Okay.
I'm ready for this.
So,
Dun, dun.
the good news are
Stretch out
that
a
this is the best quality ever. This is paio. This is lombo or loin. This is cachaço or neck. This is cachaço too, but from Ibérico. So this is black pig and this is Ibérico. And then last but not least, because we are specific for a thing like this, and is now selling a lot of this. It's called paiola. Paiola is one of my favorite things here. Not even the Ibérico one. Let's go back to the conversation of before refrigeration and after refrigeration. You have a pig. You kill the pig. The meat is going to spoil. What do? You have to do something with it. So, for example, beef jerky is very common in the US. Over here, we do it with pigs, mostly because the cows and the animals that provide beef are traction animals in the north of Portugal. So, you wouldn't kill them. Only when they were old.
Yeah.
No. Just put it back. Put it back. No.
It's a masterpiece.
Yeah.
All right. Well, don't have to tell me twice. We're gonna start right here. Ooh, that's like butter, like melted in now. Oh, my best.
I call this pig's purgatory. There's a bit of smoke involved here already.
That's a very.
This one is going to be slightly different.
Okay, we're going with this one, the Serrano, right? Oh, that's amazing too. And just when we thought we couldn't eat another bite, Ricardo took us to try Porto's famous cachorrinho at Gazella, Porto's very own take on a hot dog. But let's be clear, this is nothing like the American version. This one features linguiça, chorizo, and melted white cow cheese, topped with spicy piri piri sauce, all tucked inside a baguette baked specifically for these sausages. Then it's sliced into bite-sized pieces with almost samurai-like precision. Ricardo says there's a guy here who can cut them blindfolded. The atmosphere at Gazella is exactly what you'd expect in Porto.
Obrigadinho. Categoria. Não corto tudo, não corto tudo. Corta esse, Fabião. Com licença.
A nossa.
Nossa.
Outra vez.
Welcome to one of the most mythical places of Porto, and with a very interesting experience that is the counter experience. Not counter encounter, but counter
Balcão.
balcão. When I came to Porto, it was a thing that was actually messing my mind because I couldn't understand the thing of sitting here and alone and just looking at something. But then I realized it's actually an icebreaker. If you're alone and eating somewhere, go to the counter. You'll never be alone. You're never going to be alone because you're going to interact with the people behind the counter. And then the thing is, you're going to start speaking with the people that are next to you.
Yeah. Sick. I don't want that. I could eat like 5 of these easily.
There was one guy next to me saying that he ate 7. Like,
This guy?
Yeah.
7 of it?
7. That's crazy.
I could easily eat 5 of them, but then I need some like some tablets for my stomach, you know.
Burrinho, no. 2 fingers, 1
How are
cachorro.
people in Porto not super fat?
Because we walk a lot. We're always walking.
No, they die. They die. You don't watch.
One, two, three. Cheese.
Later that evening, after a much-needed power nap, it was time to take on Porto's almighty Francesinha. And for that, we headed to a spot many locals swear by, Café Santiago. Much like Gazella, this place carries the charm of a 1950s diner, with its long counter perfect for socializing. And in Porto, when the staff tease you with a bit of playful banter, you know you're in the right place.
As outras é imitações.
Esta é a original.
Estas é que são originais. Aqui, neste, Santiago e da Praça. São as melhores.
As verdadeiras. As verdadeiras com B. Verdadeiras.
The star of the show? A tower of indulgence. Layers of cured meat, steak, and sausage pressed between slices of bread, crowned with melted cheese, and drenched in a rich, secret sauce that sparks endless debate among the locals.
So it's going to have a lot of different things and more than 20 ingredients for sure. It's going to have meat, it's going to have veggies, it's going to have at least 3 different kinds of alcohol, including beer, white wine, and port wine.
Oh, wow.
Or brandy. And all of this combined is always a secret. If you ask them, they will never tell you. Never. There's chili peppers, there's tomato for sure. But it's one of the best kept secrets.
The name Francesinha translates to Little Frenchie, a nod to the croque monsieur that inspired it. But what arrives at the table is unmistakably Portuguese. Bold, messy, and best tackled with a knife and fork.
Mete no YouTube.
Agradeço-me.
Força, força, força. Venha cá também. Venha cá. Não sabia que você estava aí. Obrigado, obrigado. Boa tarde. Adeus, obrigado. Tchau, pessoal. Obrigado. Tchau, tchau. Dave, come with me. Now you will try the most characteristic Porto dish that we have here. It's tripas à moda de Porto. It's the reason why we are called tripeiros in here. We are in the tripeiro zone because of the tripas. So let's go. Let's fucking go, caralho. Follow me.
All right,
You want to work here?
Yeah, I need to work here. If there's one food that represents Porto, it's definitely tripa, which is tripe or simply cow's stomach. The kind of cut most people would rather discard. But here, it's history in a bowl.
One thing that is very important to know here in the Porto, you don't come here for the food, trying to get good looks, gourmet food. The most important thing is taste. Taste. The looks. If you can get it, nice. If you don't get it, the taste all over here.
Back in the 1400s, Porto gave away all its prime meat to the ships heading off to war, leaving the locals with nothing but scraps. Out of that sacrifice came this stew: beans, sausage, vegetables, and chewy tripe that somehow became a badge of honor. Obrigadíssimo. Obrigado. All right, so let's eat some of these tripas. gonna try it. This is my first time. We got a good one right there.
Awesome.
Here it is. Am I ready? It's really good. It's really good. It's a good one.
That's why I brought you here. It's tripas. This is tripas, another Porto.
There's a lot of people saying that I'm Sean Connery. So
Yeah, I could see that. You have a Sean Connery vibe. Yeah.
my father has a Sean Connery vibe.
Yeah.
Trust me.
Now we have to ask you about the Anthony Bourdain episode.
What do you want to know?
Now that there's this like show-stopping moment in the middle of that episode where you said he asked you why Portuguese cuisine like hasn't become more popular in the world, right?
Yeah.
And your answer was what?
It's your fault.
It's your fault.
No, I was playing with words, of course. I said when it's your fault. It was not his fault, although it was a little bit too, but it was Americans' fault.
Yeah.
And you remember what I said after?
Yeah.
It's because we're never on the map because we never had a
civil war.
a civil war. No, a civil war like Spain or World War II in our grounds. So the Hemingways of this war.
This romanticism of these places. Yeah.
Yeah, everybody is romantic about Italy, France, even a bit of Germany, Spain, mostly because of all of this crisis wars that happened that brought artists, the painters, the writers to these places. And then they wrote about it. And there was movies being made about this. And of course, the Americans, and the world. I consumed all of that when I was a kid too. You want to go to these places. You want to go to see the Eiffel Tower. You wanted to go and see the bulls running in San Fermin in Spain. Why? Because someone wrote or someone did movies about it. But I think that is changing. It's changing mostly because the word is out there.
And partially thanks to you guys.
Yeah, that's the moment you need to say that it's my fault.
Now that it's now it's your fault.
There's this moment when you have to think about what you're doing. We're trying to transmit the best things of our culture.
Yeah.
We know that in the process, word gets out and there's going to be lines like we saw today.
Yeah. Mass tourism.
Yeah, it's going to happen because everybody will want to come here. But at the end of the day, I sleep well because I remember Porto in the 90s. You could not walk in the streets at 9, 10 in the evening. You couldn't. Because, like I told you before, it was dangerous. There was no one on the streets. On a Sunday, and we were in Santa Catarina, the biggest shopping streets. On a Sunday, it's more or less what you see over the week. It's like you see people just going back and forth and a lot of more stores open. There was no one.
Yeah.
I remember the number of restaurants that were open on a Sunday in Porto. And like here in downtown, 5 or 6.
Wow.
Over the years, a lot of friends that were actually against this thing of tourism.
Sure.
And they realized that actually it makes their life a little bit better.
Yeah.
To some of them, not to all of them. But to some of them, it makes their lives better.
Sure.
Because there's an whole economy working for this common thing.
Well, I know that you have to get on. Obrigado do fundo do coração, Ricardo. Thank you so much for everything. I really appreciate it. I want to give a huge thank you again to Ricardo at Taste Porto Food Tours. I highly recommend him and his team. And if you're interested in booking a tour, you can find a link in the description below. Porto isn't polished, and that's what makes it real. It's a working class city built on hard work, sweat, and food that came from making the most of what was left. You can feel it in the streets, in the people in a dish like tripa. This is a city that doesn't bend itself to trends. It just keeps being itself, ruthlessly. If you come here to visit, respect the locals, and support the businesses that make Porto, Porto. If you want to see more videos about Portugal, consider subscribing to this channel. I've got new videos coming every single week. And for all the locations from this video, plus a lot more, follow me on Instagram at Dave in Portugal. There's always lots of extras and goodies over there. Remember, this is just some guy named Dave in Portugal, and hopefully we'll see you next time. Até logo, Malta.